Sup Shredders, my name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SB Reviews, where today we have ourselves a track from an act named Heathensun titled Beach. If we switch over to here, we have the one and only time I think Music Bee has suggested the correct album art. Usually it's something completely unrelated, and I say that without hyperbole. It is fantastic. We've got ourselves here, I think, a Suicide Squad reference or something like that. I think it is also important to mention that, from what I understand, this single hit number 7 on the Apple iTunes top 100 metal chart, which I think, if that's the case, that's pretty incredible. So we're going to listen to this track from start till finish, and we're going to hear what we think. We're just going to put this over here. There we go. Let's go. Oh, the bass is nice and loud. And the percussion is quite nicely mixed. Oh, that's quite overwhelming, isn't it? That's very loud. I'm gonna actually just, because I've got some new headphones. I bought some Sennheiser 560Ss for critical listening and stuff like that for my mixing and mastering. Wow, I mean, it's actually mixed pretty well. I'm quite happy with how it sounds. The guitars, the bass, the drums, the vocals all present in the mix. And I like the fact that these musical concepts are changing. I'm liking how gritty that guitar tone is and how it's going between these kind of down-tuned... Is that a down-tuned bass? We might even be using a pitch shifter pedal or something. And we have, we have this kind of octave power chords, and we have... Oh! I think that was a natural harmonic there. There's a lot going on in the vocals, and I'm catching some of it. I don't think I'm catching everything, but that's okay. That's probably just me. There's a lot of energy there, and I like the charisma involved in that. Well, it's good that he'd take care of his child. The only good thing to come into their relationship was a child. It's great that he's taking care of that kid. I think that's fantastic. So I'm assuming that this is potentially a song about his ex-partner or something like that. So we've got an additional vocal take here that I think is a little bit louder than the previous one, and it's interesting how that's been done. Maybe it was done in a different session or something like that. It's an interesting mix with these sort of arpeggiated lead bits. See, I think it works in the mix, though. It's just slightly different. Like, if we compare the two, I just want to just double check. Yeah, it's slightly different, but that's okay. That sub drop there, by the way, was pretty dope. How it came in like that. It kind of kicks your ass on the way in, doesn't it? It goes kind of like this thing that happens in rock and metal nowadays. We've got like kind of a boom, boom, kind of a house beat going on with like drop tune power chords and stuff. Sounds heavy, sounds big. There's just so much going on in the stereo field there. You've got all these different guitar parts, and I think there's some synth parts potentially as well, and some other effects. Oh, some finger drums. It's good to have this space in the mix. You can tell it's been mixed and mastered well, because there's dynamic range even when you can tell everything's been limited fairly effectively. I'm liking the tone of that bass guitar as well. It's a fairly simple bass line, but the distortion makes it sound really menacing.
My dick, dust to dust.
Yeah, no, I could just be tripping. That's all right. It's interesting. I thought like it just I'm trying to sort of pay attention to why the vocals sound different in one part than the other. It could just be the combination of the different instruments and how they affect like the compression and stuff. Oh, I get it. Beach. Bitch. Beach. Kind of reminds me of like the nu metal and stuff like that from the early 2000s. Combined with some sort of more modern production techniques. You know, I've got no real complaints about the song at the moment. There's a lot going on, I can tell. You know, they put a lot of effort into it. The synth is a little bit sharp, but that's okay. There's a pretty sick riff here. I enjoy this one. You can bop your head to it. Hey, I enjoyed that. That was good fun. That in with the blast beats and stuff like that. More of that, please. It's great to hear that they acknowledge the metal roots by doing stuff like that. I know metal isn't all just blast beats and stuff, but still, you get what I mean. Yeah, I mean, the guy is obviously a very confident vocalist, and he performs the role well. He portrays the attitude and the kind of character he wants to be within the song really well, and I think that he emotes effectively in a way that makes sense to the subject matter of the lyrics. I think that the song sounds as gritty and aggressive and sort of like assertive as aggressive and assertive. I mean, and it sounds like it knows it's comfortable with what it is, and there's not a lot of uncertainty about the musical decisions in terms of the arrangement, the orchestration, and stuff like that. It's 3 minutes exactly, so you know that it was designed to be a single, and you know, like it's obviously gotten a little bit of attention, which is really great. You know, people who are familiar with this kind of music, or even maybe sort of like nostalgic for it, will enjoy this. You know, like the Limp Bizkit stuff of the early 2000s. We'll probably enjoy this music quite a lot. It'll be interesting to see what Heathensun do in future to sort of like continue to build upon this sort of brand, or whether to try other genres. Because in this day and age, there's a lot of metal bands, and you've just got to continue to push through it and try different stuff to try and find a name for yourself, or you develop a niche earlier on and you stick at that and you just kind of continue it to, you know what I mean. But at the very least, I think that as a single, it works well if the kind of sort of like core message we want to talk about is that kind of frustration with relationships and that kind of like understanding of the condition there. And they're kind of, you know, shouting, you know, fuck you as loud as I can. If that's the kind of vibe we're going for, it works well. And I wish Heathensun the best of luck in future. Yeah, genuinely. I'm not sure how many people are involved in this act. You know, it sounded like everybody played to their strengths. The guitar work, while there weren't any sort of insane guitar solos or anything like that, you know, the drum work was fairly consistent and cohesive, and it stuck with a groove well that matched the guitars and the basses. And I like the little sort of finger drums and like the interlude and stuff like that as well. Bongos, maybe. Bongos. I mean, I have drums, like bongos. We'll go bongos, something like that. And the sort of, and, you know, aside from the synth being like a little bit sharp on this side, again, careful attention was obviously paid to how to master it in a way where it would be okay regardless. And well done. That's effectively my review of Heathensun's Beach. Hopefully you enjoyed the review and the video. If you did, please do go show Heathensun some love via their various social medias. And I presume their Spotify and sort of YouTube pages and stuff. And stay cool and stay safe. Please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Catch you next review. Spider hands up.